Justin with Collision Hub, and happy holidays. It's that time of year when I go over my favorite things in the industry, and we're going to count down the 12 days of Christmas with my 12 favorite things. So top off on my list right now, the Matrix Wand. Well, you've heard about it all year, starting in April and all the way through SEMA when it won Best New Product in the showcase. The Matrix Wand is an essential tool to taking your estimating to the next level. Being able to preemptively know the damage, not only just to the frame and the structure, but to the suspension as well, is going to get you the estimate right the first time, get more cars through and out on time. So having the diagnostic information that you need while you're repairing the car is critical to today's models. As those dimensions get tighter and tighter, we've got to know where the car's at all times in the repair process. And this year I had a chance to spend some time with Spanasi on their touch system, and we had them at NACE, and I was super impressed. Those Italians really know how to make some systems. So be sure and take a look at the Spanasi Touch. Adding that measurement system to your shop, it works with any lift and no adapters required. If we were going to get to my favorite things for you for Christmas for the 12 days, it was going to include a paint booth. Now, having a clean environment that has the right air movement is critical not only for solvent-based but for waterborne-based applications. So as you're thinking about your facility for 2013, improving your productivity, your throughput, and getting the least redos out of your paint shop, take a look at the equipment you're not only holding in your hand, but what you're putting that car into. Make sure you've got the best paint booth possible for the best jobs possible. You guys know I love my guns, and this year I've been blown away by what SATA's brought to the market with the 4000 series. It comes in the HVLP and the RP editions, and for a limited time only, you can even get it in camo. So you guys for the last couple of years have heard me talk about my DMS, the dynamic mixing system from 3M, and they've finally given me the best Christmas present ever. They've advanced the lines beyond the fillers into the seam sealers, foams, and adhesives. So now every job in your shop that requires a two-part activating system and mixing, well, the DMS has a solution for you. It makes the repairs fast, simple, perfect mix every time, and it saves on your waste. For a lot of us, we don't think about airbrushing and having that in our facility, but when you have that minor touch-up job or you need to do a little detail on a part, having an airbrush in your paint booth makes those processes seamless and faster, and there's nothing better on the market right now than the Satagraph 4. With all the additions and changes that they made to the gun, including the reversible cap, it's the perfect detail and touch-up gun. No matter what steps I take in the paint booth to ensure that I've got a clean and perfect job, let's face it, nibs happen. And there's nothing better than taking out the nibs right now than 3M's Denib Kit. From everything you can think of, from small trash to the nibs to just the little imperfections that come out of the booth, you'll save time and money with the Denib Kit, get the vehicle around the front and back to the customer faster, and let's face it, it's just cool. You know, as I work with the cars today and the manufacturers, it's getting harder and harder to tell not only what the procedure I should be doing when I repair the car, but the material or the substrate that I'm working with in that replacement procedure. That's why I like the i5 welder from ProSpot. It allows the technician to know what substrate they're welding on. I may have a high-strength steel quarter panel going to maybe a boron or an ultra-high-strength steel sub panel, and I don't know how to set the welder or make sure that I have the right resistance rates. Well, the i5 is going to tell me that. It's going to sniff out those materials, and it's going to ensure that every time I make a perfect weld with everything. And we know how important safety is when we're replacing structural components around the vehicle. So be sure and check out the i5. It even allows you to print out a report that verifies every weld was done and every weld was correct. You can add that to the file and add an extra level of safety and comfort for your customer. Well, it seems like no matter what I do to keep my paint booth clean, you know, something always happens. It's either a bug that flies in my booth or a little piece of trash that flies as I'm opening the doors. DanAm's just recently released their Air Vac system. It's a quick and simple way for me to take trash out of the clear coat while it's still wet, or even take off a run. In a lot of cases, this is saving me a lot of cut and polish time, and with some of the self-heal type clear coats, one little dust coat and I'm done. It's saving time, money, and material, and I just like having it around. You know, just when I thought 3M couldn't improve any more on their Trizact 3000 system for cutting paint, they've come out with a 5000 system. Now, you guys saw me and Chip Foose do this at SEMA, demonstrate the 5000 process. I'm able to cut wool completely from my buffing, and in fact, and I know they're not gonna like it, I'm pretty much out of compound. I'm skipping straight to steps 2 and 3 when it's come to cutting and polishing. The 5000 system is gonna save you a ton of time. It's gonna give you that amazing finish that you want coming out of the paint booth, and you're gonna have some happy customers with it. So give your 3M rep a call, take a look at the 5000. You know, just when I think Dito and the team from Goliath Carts can't make me anything any cooler, well, this year at SEMA, they came out with a detail cart. So they've really now got a solution, a secured cart system, what they like to call a self-contained system for every department within your shop, from estimating to the technician, to the teardown bay, to the refinishing shop. They've got a cart for you. Now, being able to have those contained systems lets you control materials, control access to those materials, and lower your paint and material expenses in the coming year. Visit the Goliath website, take a look at the products that I'm installing in my shop right now, and I know you should have in yours. You know, this year at SEMA, I got exposed to a product for the very first time, the Intellimist system that's coming out from DuPont. It allows you to control the humidity levels and temperatures within your paint booth and keep them at a sustained level the entire time of the day. It works really great for areas of the country that may be hot and dry, such as Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of California. The thing about it that's so wonderful is being able to control my temperature and humidity allows me to apply the paint at the manufacturer's suggested optimum times. So I'm always applying it at the same temperature, the same humidity rate, and I'm not having to change my mixing throughout the day. This came in really handy out in SEMA as we would begin painting at 8 in the morning and painting all the way up through at 6 o'clock at night. If you have humidity and temperature issues in your area, please take a look at the system. It's changing the way I apply paint, and I know it can change it for you as well. Well, that's it, guys. My 12 picks for the 12 days of Christmas for things that you should either have in your facility or seriously be looking at in 2013. We've had a great year with some new products at the market, and we've had some old products get some new facelifts and look a little better. It's going to be a great year. Happy holidays.